Hello, my name is Dino, and Colleen Ballinger's new apology video pissed me off so much, I made a whole ass YouTube channel over it. This channel is not only about the video, by the way. I'm gonna post other stuff on here. If you've seen me on the internet before, you're probably a fan of Pokemon or outdated Minecraft videos, because I already have 2 other YouTube channels where I play those 2 games. But hey, I only leave for the airport in 18 hours. What's one more channel to worry about? So I'm kind of assuming that you already know all of the things that Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, has been accused of. The TLDR is that she's been like a serial manipulator slash groomer of her underage fans. She does inappropriate stuff with minors on stage. She like ruined this one guy's life. I don't know, I didn't really look into that, sorry. And there's a bunch of screenshots of her asking her 14-year-old fans stuff about their sex life and period cycles, so yikes! Take all of that with a grain of salt, by the way, because I did absolutely zero research on this topic, because I'm not here to try and prove or disprove any of these rumors. In fact, she kind of already proves them herself in the video we're about to watch. I'm here because Colleen Ballinger stole my idea. So about a year ago, I wrote up the best April Fool's video that I could think of. It was gonna be a parody of like every YouTuber apology that you've ever seen. The thumbnail was gonna be just a blank photo of me looking sad, and the title would be something like, "We need to talk," with a period at the end of it, because that makes it more dramatic. I just realized my lights are still on top of my door frame. I'm gonna go fix that. In this video, I would have clips of me like crying for 10 seconds before stopping abruptly for my friend to come in and like put more fake tears on my face. I was gonna plug the merch that I don't have halfway through the video, and all of this was an apology for running over a bunch of kids with my car. I was gonna have fake news footage of like popular Pokemon and Minecraft influencer going by the online name of 8-Bit Dino has come under fire recently as a video of them surfaced of them gleefully running over toddlers with their car. Then back in the apology part, I'd be like, that was all taken out of context. And then cut back to the video that I'm being canceled for, and it's me just bold-faced saying, "My name is 8-Bit Dino and I love running kids over with my car." Right, okay, got all that. It was gonna be beautiful. It was gonna be a piece of art. And at the end of this video, I was going to release a song, a joke song, similar to like what Danny Gonzalez does. And it would be like a song version of my apology. And you know, I'd be like, you know, "Bump my new song, I'm so sorry. You can stream it on every platform I can make money off of." Because I didn't think anyone would lack enough self-awareness to sing their apology for something shitty that they did. And then here comes Colleen Miranda Sings Ballinger. "I'm not mad about the grooming or the manipulation or the inappropriate messages to underage fans." Well, okay, no, I am mad about all of that. But for the sake of this bit, that's not what I'm mad about. Real talk, what Colleen Ballinger is being accused of is not funny and not cool. If you're watching this and you feel uncomfortable with like the vibe or the energy that I'm coming at you with, I totally understand. I find her apology funny because of like the juxtaposition to how bad the things she's being accused of are and her just horrible response to it. It is laughable to me. Also, I was raised in a very manipulative and psychologically abusive household, so I'm very familiar with like manipulation tactics, blatant attempts at guilt tripping, stuff like that. So that adds like another layer of hilarity to me because she's doing such a bad job at being manipulative. And I want to make it clear that I'm not taking joy in the fact that any of this has happened. I'm taking joy in the fact that this video, she has just ended her own career. And I want to pick this video apart and ridicule every single second of it. So let's begin. Hopefully she hasn't like copyrighted her song. That'd be a bold move. Holy shit. Ukulele, man. I'm sorry, this will never not be funny to me. The way she starts the video and is just like,
"Hey.
Hi.
It's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you."
Okay, so she's saying that none of what anyone is saying is true, okay? Mark that down, write that down, because that's important. She's denying all allegations. She's saying that none of it's true, and she's trying to make us feel bad by saying none of it's true, but you don't care about that, do you? Because it's entertaining to you. Which is like, no, f you.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun.
I am having fun. Thank you, Colleen.
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you.
Okay, one, the little off screen to look at the lyrics that she wrote. Couldn't even be bothered to memorize this. This is great. Second, the fucking like stopping to just talk the lyrics. Oh my god. This is painful to watch. This is
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say, so.
What? I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna sing. Like, oh my god, do you, like, it's literally like all those people on TikTok that would, like, bring a ukulele into things. It's like, stop bringing a ukulele to things, unless you are at, like, a freaking cookout on the beach or whatever. I don't know, stop. You're giving uke players a bad name, man. I say that like I'm a ukulele player. I'm not. I have a thumb piano. Let's see if I can figure out the notes to this. Okay, I can't figure out any of the notes.
And, today I only want to talk about the facts. So, I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
Okay, she says she only wants to talk about the facts. You shouldn't be singing your presentation, okay? This isn't like some joint class presentation between the band and history kids in middle school. But she says she wants to talk about the facts. So let's listen to the facts that she presents, right? Surely she'll present some sort of information, some sort of evidence to back up the claims that she's making, that all of this is fake and not true, right?
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
Okay, so she's admitting that she did used to text her fans weird stuff when she was 31, but she just said that none of this was true, and she's immediately, you can't.
It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, ugh. That was me.
Okay, so she's comparing herself to like a weird, intrusive, annoying aunt at a family gathering. So first of all, if your aunt is invading your personal boundaries, you are well within your right to reestablish said boundaries. Talk to your parents. If one of your family members is being fucking weird and creepy to you and you're uncomfortable and they won't stop, oh my god, talk to someone. Because that's also not okay. But also, Colleen, missing a big piece of context there. When your aunt is trying to like be your best friend, it's more acceptable because, you know, she's family. You're related to her in some way. You know, your parents trust her enough to bring you around her. Doesn't mean that she's a good person, but you know, like there's an established in-person relationship here. The kids that you were messaging were fans. They were people that look up to you, that don't know you in real life, that idolize you, that are young and impressionable and easily malleable and manipulated. And it's like, those are two completely different circumstances. And plus, this isn't a family gathering where like, you know, the rest of your family is there to effectively supervise this interaction between you and your aunt. You know, obviously not all families are good, but I'm talking in this particular situation that we have set up in this hypothetical that she has established. There's other adults there observing this interaction. You were a 31-year-old in a group chat with a bunch of teenagers without their parents' knowledge, permission, supervision. All right, these are two completely different things.
That was me, but in group chats with my fans. It was weird. I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there.
She makes a very valid point about when you first start out not understanding that there needs to be boundaries. I totally understand that. Obviously, being a YouTuber now, there's a lot more like expectations. There's a lot more that you know about it, but she's one of the OG YouTubers. She kind of like, you know, I can't think of the right word, but she was like one of like the frontliners of this career. So I totally understand that, right? I went into content creation knowing that I had to have boundaries, that people were going to try and overstep those boundaries. I have already made the mistake of being too friendly with people in DMs where, you know, people will like send me Instagram reels and be like, "This is so you." And I'm like, "You're right, that is so me." And, you know, we'll have a nice little back and forth. It was one fan in particular that I was like having a mental breakdown and I confided in that fan. Granted, they're a few years older than me, but the literal next day that I was like back in my right mental state, because I had been like off my meds and stuff, you know, I wasn't able to get them refilled, right? The second that I was back on my meds, back in my right frame of mind, I reached back out to that fan and I apologized to them directly. And I was like, "Hey, I am so sorry. That cannot happen again. Not your fault at all. and thank you for being there and listening. I really do appreciate it, but I need to step back. I'm getting too comfortable with you. We are not friends, and I don't want you to take that personally. I don't mean that in like a, you know, ew, gross, stay away from me, or like a I'm better than you, whatever kind of way. Like, it's nothing personal. It's just that like there should not be a friendship developing here, because at the end of the day, it is a parasocial relationship, and it is not appropriate for me to be texting them like they are one of my IRL friends. When your relationship starts out as fan and creator, it probably should not be, you know, like there's a very few circumstances where it is appropriate for a relationship to progress further than that. And I figured this all out within a couple months of being a content creator and also being 19 years old. I cannot imagine being 31 and thinking that any of this is okay, because she was 31 when all of those messages happened, allegedly. She's even older now. I don't know, it just blows my mind how people can think like this.
There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
You took accountability? She denied that all of this happened at the beginning of this video. This is insane to me that she thinks that this would work.
But that's not very interesting, is it?
Oh, you're right, Colleen. It's not interesting. That's why I'm not accepting what you're saying, because it's not fun for me. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. Oh my god. This is so manipulative.
So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
Oh my god. Imagine adding a chorus to your apology video. Dude, I don't even have choruses in most of my songs.
The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train steamroll over someone's reputation.
Are you seeing this shit, Eeyore? Eeyore's not stoned, by the way. He doesn't do drugs. He's just old. Dude, it is so hard to not pause my video after everything that she says, after every line in this stupid song.
In all seriousness, I do think it's really important to hold people accountable for their mistakes. You know, we should hope that everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person.
I mean, yeah, she's right. People should be allowed to make mistakes and grow as a person. Just because you did a bad thing doesn't necessarily mean that you are a bad person. And same with the other way. I've always had a lot of insecurities and anxieties about how, like, deep down I'm an evil, horrible person. And I justified a lot of that by saying, like, well, look at all these horrible things that I've done throughout my life. This is proof and evidence that I am a bad, evil person, you know? And then one of my friends was like, you know, Hitler held a little girl's hand and helped her cross the road once. Does that make him a good person? And that kind of put things into perspective a little bit more. And understanding that a lot of the bad things that I have done, they were either misguided or I myself was suffering severely. And while obviously that doesn't excuse or negate the consequences of my actions or make it anything that I did or said in the past okay, it does explain them, and it gives me a starting off point on how I can get better, you know? My goal was never to hurt or manipulate anyone. I never really even had a goal. I was just on like autopilot my entire life until I finally got out of that abusive situation, right? I was finally able to be more independent and spend more time by myself. And I have been able to grow, and I am grateful for the people around me in my life that have allowed me the space to grow and forgive me so that I can be a better person. So it's a very important point that she makes, and I'm glad that she brought it up.
What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to take accountability.
This is so immature. Way to make a good point and then immediately throw it away.
But that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise. Yeah. I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that.
So fun fact, acknowledging what people might say about you doesn't invalidate the things that people might say about you, right? Because she's trying to be self-aware here. She's trying to say, people are going to call me a manipulator and a gaslighter. Yeah, because you are. Just because you're aware of being a shitty person doesn't make you any less of a shitty person. And I say all this because I believe that everyone deserves a second chance, you know, for the most part. There's some people that I will have no forgiveness for, but that's just me. If she had approached this video with any other energy, I think that people might have been actually receptive to what she had to say. I would have been at the very least, you know, but no, she's putting the blame on the audience. She's turning this on us. She's making this out to be our fault that all of this is happening. And it's like, bud, she made the decision to do all this. If that bit at the beginning is true, that means that she actively went against the advice of her PR team and made this video. Colleen, everything that's happening to you right now is your fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me.
Okay, also, just because your audience isn't perfect doesn't doesn't take away from what you did. Man, like, someone can rob a bank and another person can murder someone. They're both going to jail. Just because murder is worse than robbing a bank doesn't immediately absolve the bank robber of committing a crime. But no, she's doing the thing where she's deflecting. She's saying, oh, well, I might have done this bad thing, but, you know, it's not like you would ever make a mistake like that. It's not like you're perfect, you know. And it's like, oh my God, what are we doing here, Ballinger?
Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back.
No one's stabbing you in the back, Colleen. You tried to make this video as a fucking kamikaze for all of your haters, aka victims. And instead of the bomb going off, killing you and all of your victims, you fucking fell down a manhole into a sewer and only took out yourself. You have no one to blame but yourself.
I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song.
I'm actually not disappointed in her song. This is the funniest thing I've seen in my entire life.
I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
No one made anything up, Colleen. You said in the song that you did text your fans, that you were inappropriate with them, that you were weird. You confirmed that. And now she's back to saying that these are all things that you made up about me. I'm the victim. I'm the victim.
Have I made some jokes in poor taste? Yes. Have I made lots of dumb mistakes? Yes. Am I sad that there are some fans who feel betrayed? Yes. But was my intention to manipulate? No.
It doesn't matter whether it was her intention to manipulate people or not, because your intention does not negate the outcome of your actions, right? Someone can purposefully hit and kill someone with their car, and someone else can do it on accident. One person had the intention to kill, the other one didn't. But you still have a dead body, and you still have a family of the victim that wants something in the form of justice for their dead loved one. The only thing your intention changes is the punishment. At least I'm speaking from like a court of law standpoint. I'm big into criminal psychology, which is why all of my analogies come back to this. So sorry about that. I'm not going to get into like the nitty gritty of charges and punishments and stuff, and I'm not going to take any nuances. Like if you're like rich and white, you'll probably get away with anything. But if it is proven beyond a reasonable doubt that you had intent to kill and you planned out this killing, you're charged with first-degree murder. If it is proven beyond reasonable doubt that you didn't mean to kill this person, you'll be charged with manslaughter or involuntary vehicular manslaughter. It really depends. I can't remember what it's dependent on, but it is dependent on something. But the other thing is that the person that commits manslaughter, they're not just let off scot-free. Once again, it really depends on the situation that you're in, but any number of punishments can take place. They could go to jail, granted for a lot less time than the first-degree murderer. They could owe a fine. The family could sue them for a wrongful death lawsuit, right? Whether their intention was to kill or not, there's still a dead body. There's still a family, and there's still something that you need to apologize for.
It doesn't really matter what my intention was, because it seems as though everyone's already decided on that. Let me tell you, it's not very fun to have millions of people all over the world call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called, in my opinion. It doesn't matter that these things aren't true. Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
Her saying, well, I guess it doesn't matter what my intention was, does it? Once again, more deflection, more putting this on the audience, saying, well, it doesn't matter what's right and wrong. You don't care. You just want to be entertained. Oh, woe is me. It's just a sappy guilt trip thing. And the fact that she's doing this instead of earnestly taking accountability and apologizing and taking this with any ounce of seriousness, that proves that her intentions were probably not all good, or at the very least they aren't now. It's the way that she addressed it. This is what's revealing your true nature. Like, Colleen, you are giving us a peek into your soul and then blaming us for seeing what is there. I can't get over how fucking manipulative this is.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
What a line, holy shit. I'm not a groomer, just a loser. Hey, man, ever consider that you could be both?
Who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans, and I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
No one's mad at her for making a fucking fart joke. If anyone is, that's not just making a fart joke. If there's some context I'm missing, let me know, but just making a fart joke, I feel like is probably not the thing everyone's mad at you about right now, Colleen. Why is her face a different color than like her chest area? Sorry, this is so off topic, by the way. but she just, I don't know, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't like taking jabs at people's appearance. I'm just like, I think she needs to get a new like foundation color. I don't know anything about makeup. I don't wear any because it's itchy. I don't know what I'm talking about, but like it's putting me off a lot. It looks like her face is like photoshopped on top of her.
Even though I know this video won't change anyone's mind about me, I still felt it was important to come on here and defend myself a little.
This is you defending yourself? Bestie, this was the most glaring self-report I've seen in my life. She would totally try and represent herself in a court of law. I don't think that's ever been done successfully, by the way.
For what it's worth, I never had any bad intentions. But I do feel like shit.
Good. You did shitty things.
The toxic gossip train.
Oh my god, toxic gossip train. Slow down reverb. Holy shit. Bro, what?
I won't survive in the crash, but hey. I hope you had some fun. Actually, you know.
Oh my god, dude, the fake ending? Stop! Colleen, what are you doing, man?
Sometimes people make a mistake and it doesn't make them a horrible person. Whoa. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you're still a good person. Crazy, I know. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you don't have to take a mistake. Oh no. Twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it and stab with knives and ruin a life. Oh no. Sometimes people can make a mistake. It doesn't mean you gotta send them hate. Oh no. Sometimes people can make a mistake and you can kindly let them know and help them to grow.
So here's the thing. If you make a mistake and you do a bad thing, no one owes you kindness. No one owes you forgiveness. No one owes you patience. No one owes you that. Because you're right. You can make a mistake. But you can't blame people for not wanting to associate with you or like you, no matter how good your intentions were. Doesn't matter. This is so selfish and like one-track mind. And it's crazy because she keeps saying that we keep adding lies and, you know, mangling this story. She hasn't given us any ounce of evidence to support her claims. She hasn't pointed out like, hey, this screenshot was true, but this one isn't. None of that. Dude, she's making a claim, then immediately going back on that claim, then making it again, going back on it, making it again, trying to guilt us along the way to feel bad for her and victimize herself. And then at the end, kind of going back on her defense that none of this is real anyways by saying, you know, people make mistakes and that doesn't make them a bad person. Yeah, no f***ing shit. Obviously. But Colleen, you made multiple mistakes and you doubled down on them and you denied all accountability and you tried to turn this on your fans and the viewers that are watching this.
Sometimes people make mistakes simply because they made a mistake. And that mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. It just makes them a human. But what do I know? Fuck me, right?
Oh my god, that was the most fucking preschooler thing I've ever seen in my life. What do I know? Fuck me, right? Yeah, fuck you! Fuck you, Colleen! You suck! Oh my god. There's no hope for her. Holy shit. Dude, also, she looked like my cousin through half of this. No hate to my cousin. I love my cousin. She's amazing. She would never do anything like this. But I feel like the next time I see my cousin at like a family function, I'm gonna be like, why did you do what you did? What are you talking about? I didn't do anything. That ukulele song you did was really bad. I didn't do a ukulele song. Where'd you even learn how to play the ukulele? For the last time, I don't know how to play the ukulele. Dude, it's very clear to me that whether this is on a conscious or subconscious level, she thinks that she is smarter and better than anybody and everybody that watched this apology. All this video did was establish that she's not taking any of this seriously. She's not apologizing. She's not sorry. She thinks that she's in the right and that she's just manipulative as hell and very bad at it. And here's the thing, even if she is innocent of everything that she's been accused of, this is still an inappropriate video to make. This is still in horrible taste. She had the opportunity to say, I admit and I recognize that this was wrong and I shouldn't have done that. And I am sorry that I did that. You know, my intentions were not malicious in nature, but that doesn't excuse or change the outcome of anything that happened. But she didn't do that. She didn't do any of that because she thinks she's better than everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you had a laugh, but also, you know, took home some good points that maybe you hadn't thought about. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just offering up my perspective and do with it what you will. Also, rate the fit. It's giving, I just escaped an insane asylum and then I robbed Winnie the Pooh of one of his sweatshirts. Let me know what you thought about this whole thing in the comments. And I love you so much. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Goodbye. I'm a kalimba god!